Hello, friends. Welcome to Pieces Here, the daily series exploring the architects of enough. Today we continue our theme, Stewards of the Earth, by honoring the life and wisdom of Jane Goodall. She turned quiet observation into a force for change, and though she passed away on October 1st, 2025, her message lives on in the hearts of those who mourn her, especially the voiceless animals and nature she championed. Architect of Enough. Jane Goodall turned quiet observation into a force for change, listening in forests, watching chimpanzees, and then speaking for the voiceless. Born in 1934, she became globally known for her more than 6 decades of immersive field study of wild chimpanzees at Gombe Stream National Park in Tanzania. In 1960, Goodall began detailed observations of chimpanzee social and family life. Her work challenged prevailing views. Chimpanzees were shown to make and use tools, display emotions, and have distinct personalities. Critically, she defied the norm by naming individual chimpanzees rather than numbering them, acknowledging their uniqueness and inner life. In 1977, she founded the Jane Goodall Institute to support conservation and community-centered wildlife protection. She later launched the youth program Roots and Shoots in 1991, which operates globally today. Goodall advocated not only for chimpanzees but for all life. She spoke tirelessly about habitat loss, climate change, ethical treatment of animals, and humanity's responsibility toward nature, embracing a plant-based ethic as a matter of ethics for animals and the environment. She passed away on October 1st of this year, 2025, leaving a legacy of profound empathy that inspired millions to act. For those wanting to hear her story in her own words, Reason for Hope is one of her memoirs that reflects on her life, mission, and vision. The Enough Reflection. See individuals, not stereotypes. Goodall's work reminds us that every being is more than a type. Today in your relationships with plants, pets, neighbors, or strangers, pause to see the individual, not the role. What small act honors someone's inner life? This tip reminds me of one of the Peace Stuff tips from Peace Stuff Enough, the new companion book to One More Year. You can find it and follow the Kickstarter at avaskalfsbeck.com Kickstarter. Pedro says, Jane Goodall has been plant-based for over 50 years, a decision she made after looking at a pork chop and thinking, this represents fear, pain, death. Having gone vegan in 2015, she insisted that our simple daily choice of what we eat is the most powerful action an individual can take for animals and the environment. When have I reduced someone or something to a label? What if today I acknowledge the hidden complexity in someone or something I habitually dismiss? Words to keep. Jane Goodall's voice carried both urgency and tenderness. Here is a line she is credited with. Fortunately, nature is amazingly resilient. Places we have destroyed, given time and help, can once again support life, and endangered species can be given a second chance. It is a hopeful call, not to deny damage, but to commit to repair. If this daily message has brought you peace, please take a moment to subscribe and share this episode with someone who needs it. That was the life and wisdom of our architect of enough for this episode. If their story has inspired you to seek your own path to less consumption and more contentment, then please step off the treadmill with me. Let's learn from the architects of enough and discover together that for our planet, for our community, and for ourselves, peace is here. To follow my work, including the new book, Peace Stuff Enough, the entire Pedro the Water Dog Saves the Planet series, and the podcast archive, visit avaskalfsbeck.com. That's also where you can find the link to my current Kickstarter. Our music is Dalai Lama Riding a Bike by the talented Javier Peque Rodriguez. You can find links to his music on Spotify and Bandcamp in the show notes. Thank you again. Listen for the peace.